Moving toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carried by number 34.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now they'll run on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
3rd down.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Complete.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. On play action, they'll throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, complete to Tate. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Hands it off out of the gun. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Ravens.
2nd and 12. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Calais Campbell on the stop. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Robbins. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30.
And from the shotgun, he'll throw.
Flush to his right. A short throw caught by Andrews. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6.
From the gun, Jackson flushed out right. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
At the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver.
And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
2nd and goal from the 1. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Justin Tucker, the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Bengals nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll try the jet sweep here.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
47-yard line. It's a gain of 6. First down, Bengals.
They'll run on first down. It's Robbins. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Bengals nothing.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
On third down, Robbins. Past the 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That one good for 37 yards. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Give him 10 yards on pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Bengals 14, Ravens 7. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Jackson from the shotgun. Dancing to his left. Open man is Duvernay. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll throw on first down to Jackson. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, and the Bengals have recovered it. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan.
And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
And down inside the 15 he goes. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. he did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second down now, Dobbins. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Week 7 and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Slant pass to Boyd. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
And inches.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
Cincinnati.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
A gain of 11.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
To throw now on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that one will fall incomplete.
Intended for Hakeem.
Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Able to find Higgins. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And he He takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Cincinnati.
A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
The score, Bengals 21, Ravens 14. Randy Bullock to kick off.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground again here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now a timeout taken.
Good.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
The 41-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Jackson buying time to his left. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. They didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
7-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Austin's got it left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
They run the counter. Spence, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's taken in by Higgins. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Third down.
They'll try the left side. Spence. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
He's across midfield.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On first down, it's Robbins. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
And it's third down.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
4 yards. And a Bengal first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
The score, Bengals 28, Ravens 21. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
That one goes for 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Dobbins. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And now he'll turn and off his back foot. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28.
That will tie the game, 28 all. Justin Tucker, the kickoff for Baltimore.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down at the
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Austin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of 15.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll run on first down. Robbins. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Second and 13. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
5 yards remain on second down.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
A loss of 3 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Robbins. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
Chuck Clark.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 3rd down, Robbins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about a width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The play fake. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On 2nd and 15 now, Jackson.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line.
Brought down back.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end, able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen, broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a give, right side. It's Robbins. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. 30 yards. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Lining up for the point after.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at
come
maximum.
On. You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's
He
true.
scores
Filet,
3 times.
filet,
There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
And this carries into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing now is Jackson. And he floated one out there incomplete.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up 2nd down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 51 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a give, right side. Robbins, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Robbins, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 2nd down, it's Robbins. And he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Another run here with Dobbins. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
At the 23-yard line.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. Tucker's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The The Bengals drive about to get going. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position.
And that's caught inside the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. A big connection on that one. 75 yards. Now there's the timeout signaled for with 2 seconds to go. And the field goal unit likely trying to send this one to overtime. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. Finding the end zone on the game's final play.
Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.